said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Iowa's offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can... things, Jesse?
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Fights off the defender.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the 1st down.
A nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
And the Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to move them on the counter. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He'll do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
So Illinois' offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy's a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw, it's Harbor. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
On target. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Lost to fire on second down. They've got the screen set up. On his feet at the 40. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll go to the air on second and short. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the knee on third down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Back to throw, it's Harbor. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Absolutely perfect. bring him to within 4. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Here's the pressure. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Those play action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Back to throw, it's Harbor. They're working that left side. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Looks as if Illinois will have enough for the 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Crispin. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. It's the end of the 1st quarter, and now time for one of the great traditions in college football. When the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa, Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engage, and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. First play of the period, 1st down here. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's at the top. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Illini. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. The give headed toward right tackle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Sweet cut there. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
He'll pull it on the read. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. And if he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
The give on the option. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to pass, it's Montgomery. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Hawkeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Catch in the middle, it's Coffee. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. There, headed to the end zone, and they'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa!
matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. To the air, it's Harbor. Unloads to the wideout. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway and now they're in business. This offense has it with really good field position. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Swings it out to the flat. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lyons. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st down from the 11. From the red zone, it's Ray. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Looking to pass, it's Harbor. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. Snacks it over the middle. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. Gonna look downfield again. Got it in the middle. It's Dixon.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Leaves it with the back. They'll get him on the ground, but not before Illinois picks up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Dixon. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Illini started this drive deep in their own end, but now starting to generate some momentum. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Tight ends are supposed to be the quarterback's security blanket, especially down here in the red zone. And that time, he just dropped it.
Dropping back, it's Harvard. Quarterback justified, missed it, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Looking to throw on 3rd. He wants to go deep. Snatches it on the run. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Breaks into the open. He's brought down the line of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Smashes it between the uprights. They take a 4-point lead here in the second. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll try the left side. Makes one man miss. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. The Hawkeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Illinois offense returns to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Dropping back, it's Harbor. Got his man quickly. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The give from the gun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. He's got 50 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season. From the gun, running back on the move. Turning it on! Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. The give to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
He finds a soft spot in the middle. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights. Good. That brings them to within 1. So the kickoff team is out there ready to put it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. And the Hawkeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The Hawkeyes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Caught in the backfield, it's Ray. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
That last completion sets them up on second down. Dropping back, it's Harbor. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw. That's how you force incompletions and force 4th down.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Hawkeyes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking for a crease. It's Ray. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Oh, what a move to get room. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Illinois, after that big gainer, might want to see if that works again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the air, it's Harbor. Got his man. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Got the quick pass. And the the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it. Touchdown, Illinois! They move on top here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Scanning the field, it's Harbor. Pass is incomplete. They can't convert the 2, and the lead stays at 5. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They went 3 and out the last time they had it. Trailing late, they've got to get to work here. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The give to the lone running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away, but you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Leaves it with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Harbor. Makes the grab. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The Fighting Illini using that big run to get momentum going. They'll ride the hot hand. There he goes. just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Illinois putting together a really nice drive. Off-play action on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. To the air. It's Harbor. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. Trying to convert. Illinois comes to the line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wisconsin is ahead early inside Camp Randall, but that's not exactly Ron Dane out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by a field goal over Wake Forest. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll start this drive going to the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw, it's Montgomery. And they can't make the connection.
Well, they weren't able to come up with the completion on that play, but let's point out a positive here. How about the pass pro up front by this offensive line? They did an outstanding job giving their quarterback time to throw.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. He's got it. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Using the quick game. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
It's complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pocket breaking down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
And the Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking for the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And boy, that has been rare in this one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They'll go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
The give to the tailback. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Illinois now staring at a 3rd and short. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese.